What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in. What's up, Sherry? Y'all come on in. Come on in. Alright, we'll give him another minute, y'all. We'll get started. How about that? What's up, Uchi? Alright, let us begin. Today's title of the lecture is Raising Wolves. What's up, Wallace? Raising Wolves. Let us discuss the regeneration of divine masculinity. And this one will be geared more towards my guys, But ladies, you welcome to join, of course. But I'll be doing y'all's tomorrow or Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow or Thursday, whichever day I get a chance to drop it. But yeah, this one here is more for the divine masculine energy versus toxic masculine energy. You see what I'm saying? Or effeminization, and which leads to toxic masculinity, because the world teaches you that you have to be this and be that as a man. And we gonna clear a lot of that up today. Now, first thing first, the title of this lecture is Raising Wolves, right? So what is a wolf? A wolf is a man who has great internal force and knows what to do with it. You see what I'm saying? A man who has great internal force and knows what to do with it. The sun inside leads him. You see what I'm saying? Memento mori, soul of everything. Versus, let the material world lead him. You see what I'm saying? Lead him. So that's what makes you a wolf. You see what I'm saying? When you realize who you truly are. You got two concepts of the wolf. You got the wolf pack, which are a gang of wolves doing the same shit, and then you got the lone wolf, one who goes off on his own journey and learn his own way and bring it back to the world later on. I advise you to be that lone wolf, because the wolf pack always got an alpha, and if you don't do what the alpha say, he usually gonna slap you around. But if the lone wolf, you are your own alpha, sigma. You see what I'm saying? You call those sigmas. You go out there into the world, you learn what you need to learn, travel, do whatever it takes to become a man of knowledge. You see what I'm saying? To become a man of knowledge and power and wisdom. You see what I'm saying? Then you come back with that information and give it to your people. You see what I'm saying? Your people. So that's what you got going on here. Now, there's a lot of shit going on in the world, like I said, the feminization of the man, toxic, which is lead to toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity is actually the result of the effeminization of the man due to biological warfare, due to society telling you how to be a man, which no one can actually tell you how to be a man. You have to figure that out for yourself, because each man has his own library, and each library has its own set of texts that you need to learn and read and study to become the man you're supposed to be in this life. Now you can take from some of your elders, you can learn from them, and that helps speed up the process. But only you can become your own man, your own God. You see what I'm saying? And only you can walk that path. That's why I say it's better to be the lone wolf versus part of the wolf pack, because the lone wolf figures himself out way faster than any wolf that's part of the wolf pack. You see what I'm saying? The lone wolf realizes that it's guided by that soul. You see what I'm saying? The wolf always howling at the moon. The moon is what? Feminine energy. See what I'm saying? Your inner melanin. So you always guided by that melanin. You see what I'm saying? That melanin and soul, that rhythm and soul. So and you always find yourself in the most interesting of places, but that's okay. That's what you gonna come to realize. That's where you're supposed to be. So definitely. So yeah, that's what you got going on with society. Why are you doing this to the men? Well, especially the black men or the melanated indigenous guy over here. They're trying their best to shut down the alpha sigma gene inside of you. You see what I'm saying? Especially why are they doing this? Number one, the only thing that stands between them and the black woman. You see what I'm saying? They really trying to get to the black woman, cause most of the races, their ability to if they ain't got no melanin at this point, their ability to procreate is dying off. So what's up, Alexis? So they're trying to get to the black woman. The black woman got the most powerful genes on the planet right now. See what I'm saying? Their genetics is off the chain. The genetic combustions that's happening inside of her. They got that on record. Like, black women are giving birth to silver-haired kids, just like Dr. York showed you in the new Wabu text. They also giving birth to golden-haired kids. They come in with black hair with gold strings already attached, you know. So, and that's never been seen before. Black hair with silver strings already attached, and sometimes that hair becomes all the way gold and all the way silver. You see what I'm saying? We draw the golden haired children, the black haired, the silver haired children. Some of them are being born with bronze and copper hair as well. So these are the prophesized children that are coming back, the golden children. You see what I'm saying? The silver children, all of these warriors that are coming back to free the world. You see what I'm saying? To free the planet. So, meaning they're attacking you the hardest because you don't think they stand between them, between them and the woman and child. You see what I'm saying? The woman and child. So why I say the woman and child? Because they're trying to impregnate her with their seed to produce whatever. You see what I'm saying? They trying to preserve their seeds, and you don't think stopping them from doing it. See what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on here. You know, they know that no star seed is more powerful than the melanated star seed. That's what you got going on here. So my advice is to reinstitute what the homies of old called the Big Brother program, and go out there and get you a spiritual student, a spiritual son. You see what I'm saying? An apprentice, and train him up. I don't worry about the details of finding them. Let the force guide you. You see what I'm saying? Let that force inside of you, that soul inside of you guide you. What's up, Terry? Let that soul inside you guide you to who you supposed to be, to who you supposed to find. You know, if they don't want to listen, that's not your problem. But there are a lot of there are a lot of the younger generation who will listen. I met one. Yeah, he about 29, but when I met him, he was about 17, and he wanted to know everything. You know, he ain't on here right now, but I haven't seen him come through yet. But so I ain't gonna mention his name. But he wanted to know everything, and for the next 2 or 3 years, I taught him lessons and teachings and stuff like that. And he only 20. I mean, he was a hell of an artist as well. And so people seen his art. I taught him how to use his art on a spiritual level, art magic, right? Taught him how to use it, and his art became so powerful that motherfuckers would just look at the art and just throw him money. You see what I'm saying? He can literally just paint something, and that art $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 to support himself. You see what I'm saying? And I told him like, nah, you already got your gift. Use that art. You see what I'm saying? If you struggling, sell some of the art that you don't mind letting go. And he did that, and he started coming back up in life. You see what I'm saying? He started coming back up. So this you got going on here. So you got to institute this Big Brother program again, and go out there and get you some sons, some young sons. It don't matter. It don't have nothing to do with bloodline. You see what I'm saying? We deal more with soul line right now than we are bloodline. Although I may come back and talk about bloodlines later again. It's been a while since I talked about them, some years now. So yeah, it's about soul line. What's up, shit? So it's about soul line right now. So your spirit connected to his spirit. Your soul connected to his soul. See what I'm saying? So this you got going on here. So you got to teach them the way. What do you mean by that, Marlon? What do you mean by the way? I got a great example for you. What do you mean by the way? You see what I'm saying? Well, what does that even mean? How do you teach somebody the way? I'm going to show you. Let's give you an example. Just to give you an example. Hold on, give me a second here. Wait for it to come on. Check this out.
I put my jacket on 1,000 times. I took it off 1,000 times. Okay? This is stupid. I'm done. Hey, beat me up if they want to. And you know why you only have one student? Because you don't know Kung Fu. What?
What's up, Miss Pat? What's up, James?
Check it off. Remember, always strong. Check it off. Strong. Left foot back. Right foot back. Left foot back. Pick up your jacket. Focus. Always concentrate. Left back. Right foot back. Pick up your jacket. Stay. Pick up your jacket. Strong. Hang out. Hang out. Hang out. And anything. Straight. Hang up and attitude. Harder. Harder. Good. But no face. Check it out. Kung Fu lives in everything we do, Xiaodui. It lives in how we put on the jacket, how we take off the jacket. It lives in how we treat people. Everything is Kung Fu.
So there you go. What is he saying there? You seen that transmission of that solar energy from Jackie to Jay? I forget what his real name is in the movie, but Jay, we know him as Jaden Smith. And so you seen that transmission from the father to the son. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on. And with that, it's time to reinstall soul back into the youth, which is what you were seeing. Lest we let this mechanical world destroy them. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta take you one up and transmit those soul teachings back to them, so that they can heal and regenerate faster and get on their path faster, and they can take up the torch and do what needs to be done for their soul journey. You see what I'm saying? For their soul journey. So when you do this, they can avoid the traps of the mechanical world. Like I said, my student, he came in contact with the police. I was like, oh, write this spell here, write your protection spell, write your reversal magic spell, and he reversed all that shit. They couldn't even fuck with him. They even put him in jail. They had to take him right back out. You see what I'm saying? Because his force, his magic. He went to jail and he ran into spiritual people in jail, and they also taught him. See what I'm saying? He learned a lesson, and he was only like 18 or 19 at this point. See what I'm saying? So he already went to jail. It been tagged by the system. You see what I'm saying? What's up, GG? And so when he got back out, they couldn't fuck with him again because he started to ascend in his levels of consciousness. So they couldn't fuck. They hadn't been able to fuck with him since then. But yeah, he learned his lessons, but he avoided those traps. Even when they put him in jail, he still was learning his spiritual lessons, even in jail, because he was meeting spiritual people in jail. Instead of just meeting some dead old zombified motherfucker in jail, he met some powerful beings in jail. And when he came back out stronger than what he was supposed to. When jail's supposed to make you weaker. You see what I'm saying? So even then, he came back out stronger. See what I'm saying? And he was like, thank you for the teachings, because those helped me when dealing, those helped me learn how to move amongst these people. And after a while, they hadn't even been able to fuck with me since. So, because I asked him later, like, have they been bothering you or anything? He's like, nope. That magic you taught me worked. And this is what we talking about here. This is what we talking about. So you got to transmit that soul back to the youth. Number one, lest it gets lost again. And number two, this mechanical world will destroy them. You see what I'm saying? So it's soul versus machine. You know, you either gonna get your hand, you either gonna find your soul brother who gonna teach you the truth, or these mechanical motherfuckers, these clones and these RoboCops and all these motherfuckers gonna come see you. So it's a race. it's a race to connect with the youth first. So that's what it's all about, to brainwash the youth into thinking a certain way. It's our soul teachings of liberation and freedom versus their archonic teachings of slavery and suppression. That's what you got going on here. So of course, naturally, it's time to reinstitute the concept of soul brothers. What are soul brothers? Men who are great in soul. You see what I'm saying? Remember reading my book, Spirit of Magi, by mcjnetwork is in there. It's up under a stack of books though, so I don't feel like going there to get it. But yeah, mcjnetwork, Spirit of the Magi, which I've seen in my Magi video. I've showcased it on multiple occasions in other videos. He was discussing it was the journey of mcjnetwork and how he was becoming a god inside himself. He was getting his Magi training, and he said his teacher, which was I think it was Jutims, I think that was the name of his teacher, and he said Jutims, what made Jutims so special at the time was he would always emit this solar light from his eyes, and he always wondered what that was, and he later on came to find out what that energy was. When he awoken that energy inside himself, he realized that there was the divinity inside of him projecting out of him. The divine spark had gotten so strong inside of him that it would just project out of his eyes. You see what I'm saying? It would just project out of his eyes. His soul's intent, his soul's force would literally just burst out of him. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on here. That's what you got going on. So we got to reinstitute this concept of soul back into the youth and bring back the concept of soul brothers. Because a lot of soul brothers from the past generation, it was like, what happened? If you go watch the Five Blood movies, they started to ask themselves, what happened? What happened to the concept of soul? You see what I'm saying? What happened to this energy? And what happened was these motherfuckers beat it out of y'all. That's what really happened. Society beat soul out of you. That's what truly happened. So that's part one. They know that the black man, melanated man, all across the planet, is the only thing, especially over here in North America, is the only thing standing between them and the black children. Y'all think it's bad, this kidnapping shit is bad. Think if the black man went down here to protect you. Shit. All they do is run up in your house and take you. Shit. Look at some of our African counterparts who make deals with them, and all they do is run up in the villages and take the women and children. That's all they do. Now, they can't get the black man to do that over here, so they have to kidnap him in secret. You see what I'm saying? Because, I don't give a damn what race you is when it comes to the children. If they see you taking the children, they gonna whoop your ass. And it was even it was an article came out a few years ago. A 14-year-old kid was riding his bike in the neighborhood, and he seen some kidnappers take a little girl, and he raced after that motherfucker, hunted them niggas down, and took them out. You see what I'm saying? Took them out by himself. You see what I'm saying? And they couldn't believe it, that he did it all by himself. And that's why, and that's when they realized, like, okay, it's experience stories like that let them know where we at. See what I'm saying? Let them know where we at and what they can do in our society, what they can't do in our society. Well, in this case, they was like, nah, we still just got to kidnap them because we got 14-year-olds whooping kidnappers' ass. 14-year-old black kid saved a little white girl. And probably other girls that we don't know about, but they had kidnapped and threw her in the van because she was outside playing. They were like, nah, we can't be having this, so they had to do it in secret. They had to set up shop in different places and kidnap the kids because they know ain't no man, teenager, or anybody gonna just let you take no fucking kids. You see what I'm saying? Not in their line of sight. That's why you never see them do it. Versus in other worlds where these motherfuckers make deals with them, that's how they're able to do it in other parts of the world. They make deals with the warlords and all the motherfuckers, and they can come in and take the kids freely. That's why they kidnap so many so-called Africans and Nubians and so many of our Afro-Latinos and everyone else across the planet. Because they make deals, and so a lot of these motherfuckers sell their kids because they broke. They sick of living in poverty, yada, 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 yada. So, this is what you got going on here with the situation. But shit, they don't play that over here. They know niggas is gonna fuck you up if you try to take their kids. Hey, if you try to take anybody's kids in their line of sight, then they gonna fuck you up. You see what I'm saying? So they just had to. That's why they covertly do it. You see what I'm saying? Instead of overtly doing, because they can't make a deal with you about no kids in America. They not hearing it. Ain't nobody in America hearing you running up. So that's why they had to do it covertly in our country. So now another thing. So that's part one. What's up, Jerome? That's part one. You can't. They can't take the kids. You the only thing standing between them and the women and children. Part two. They feel an uprising from you. Of course, they feel the uprising. They feel they feel that uprising. You see what I'm saying? And why they feel the uprising so bad? Because they know that they can't deal with. Look at what the Black Panther Party did. Well, it's just turned them. They gave them all their hell with limited resources. You see what I'm saying? Think if they had the wealth they needed, the resources they need to take them motherfuckers down. Shit, think if they had them Black Panther, them weapons in Black Panther we seen to take them mofos down. You think they would have been able to stop them? Mm-mm. Nope. What's up, Kenneth? So you think they've been able to stop them? Mm-mm. Nah. So this is what you got going on here. So you have to institute what I like to call the shaft effect. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be masculine, but love your feminine energy and love the children. You see what I'm saying? Protecting your community ain't always about just knowing martial arts and weapons. Although we are going to get to some of that. It's about magic as well. Like I told y'all a long time ago, you got to become that Mace Windu, that spiritual warrior. See what I'm saying? That Afro samurai. You know, shoot, that brother voodoo. You see what I'm saying? That mystical wizard. You have to become that now if you want to protect your society, because you can't see your enemy do what he do. So how you gonna defeat an enemy you can't see? What Muhammad Ali taught us: the eyes can't hit what the eyes can't see. You know they doing it, but you can't catch them doing it. So they're beating you covertly. Like I've been telling people for a minute, they beating us covertly. They've been beating us covertly since COINTELPRO. They seen that we kicked their ass. We kicked the National Guard's ass in the '60s with Rise. When they tried to quell the Rise in one day, it took them 7 days, a week. So that was a political victory for us, and we knew it was a political victory. So they switched to covert. They couldn't beat us overtly, so they switched to covert. That's why you ain't seen the military roll up in your hood yet, for real. You see them trafficking goddamn tanks, but you don't see nobody operating them. You know, they trafficking just as a scare tactic, a fear tactic, but you ain't seen nobody operating them. Nah, they been beating you covertly. You see what I'm saying? The covert way, you know, that's why I teach the assassin teachings and the espionage teaching, because it's that covert mindset. You know, the covert mindsets teach you to pinpoint the weakness in your opponent and exploit it to its highest heights. And then you can go on to take out those key individuals so you can alter outcomes. That's what you've been seeing. You see what I'm saying? What, did the army come take out Malcolm X? Nah. Assassins came and took out Malcolm X. Did the army come take out Martin Luther King Jr.? Nope. An assassin came and took out Martin Luther King Jr. See what I'm saying? Think about this. They're not using no military force against you. They're using the assassin force against you. You see what I'm saying? The espionage force, agencies, and that aspect, that sentinel aspect. That's what they're using against you. So yeah, you gotta get down with that shaft effect. Be masculine, be flexible, but love your feminine, love your children, because they after all of us. Once again, see what I'm saying? They coming harder now. Why they coming so hard? They know these Rams merging. They trying to kidnap as many kids and women as they can, so they can, because they need the melanin to survive on the planet. And after a while, they ain't gonna be able to survive on the planet. So they can't survive on the planet, just gonna assassinate you. You see what I'm saying? If they can't have it, then nobody can have it. That's their mentality here. So I need y'all to understand what y'all dealing with here. So you gotta teach them to become soul warriors. You see what I'm saying? You gotta teach them to become soul warriors. Freestyle. You see what I'm saying? Freestyle. What my boy Diamondback once said, he said, He said, enough of this pre-written shit. Sometimes you gotta freestyle. What is freestyle? Chaos energy. That's all it is. That's what freestyle is. Chaos energy. He said, look, I'm spitting off the dome. It's true, but I haven't misplaced the rhyme yet. Cause this shit is poetry. You see what I'm saying? Even when you learn how to harness that melanin inside of you, that rhythm and soul inside of you, they don't know what to do with you. Have you ever noticed that? You know, you ever know? Look at Jack Johnson. You see what I'm saying? Look at Jack Johnson. He harnessed that rhythm and melanin. They ain't know what the fuck to do with it. He caused havoc around this motherfucker for about 20 years. You see what I'm saying? He was fucking with them white women, and that's what got him fucked up. That was his only downfall. But other than that, he was hell on earth. You see what I'm saying? I think he only fucked with the white women, not because he liked white women, but just to fuck with them. You see what I'm saying? I think he just did that just to say, fuck y'all. Shoot, I don't think he really cared much for him, but I'm going to fuck y'all up. I'm just going to fuck you women just because I can. You see what I'm saying? And who's going to stop me? So they had to actually figure out a way to shut down Jack Johnson. You see what I'm saying? Jack Johnson was one of two of Muhammad Ali and Iron Mike's favorites. For Muhammad Ali, it was Jack Johnson and Sugar Ray Robinson. And for Mike Tyson, it was Jack Dempsey and Jack Johnson. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Jack Dempsey and Jack Johnson. So yeah, this is what you got going on here. What's up, Camlish? What you got going on here? So, just like I've been saying, it is not enough just to be base revolutionaries. That just mean physical revolutionaries anymore. You must have spirituality, soulity, come with a spirit of mentalism, learn how to use those mental arts to your advantage, like NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, and covert hypnosis, and a lot of mental arts to defeat your enemy. You see what I'm saying? To defeat your enemy. Now you got to outsmart them, outthink them, outplay your opponent. And you can only do that by knowing what they know and planning for any eventuality that could get you fucked up. You see what I'm saying? So you got to outwit your opponent. So yeah, and physicality, which is martial arts, and you combine all that with your martial skills and your military science. You see what I'm saying? If you want to become a complete being, you see what I'm saying? If you want to become a complete being, so now we can talk about the martial arts. You see what I'm saying? Now you can talk about your military science, but you need that soul energy and that spirit energy to protect you while doing what you're doing down here. See what I'm saying? In that mentalism. The first hermetic law is what? The law of mentalism. All is mind, mind is all. Or all is mental, mind is all. See what I'm saying? So you gotta do what you gotta do down here until we shift over and we can whoop these motherfuckers' asses from there. So yeah, definitely. Now, I had a special request. A lot of people ask me about the 52 blocks. Why is it not in any movies? And I got y'all on that. I got you for that part. And then we're gonna get into the rest of this lecture. There's a movie. There's a couple movies, but one that I highly enjoyed, which is Turbo from Undisputed 3. Now they called it kickboxing. They called it kickboxing, but it's actually 52 blocks. You see what I'm saying? And we know enough about it now to tell the difference, for what he was using. So here we go. Make it a little brighter here. I think that's good enough. Check this out. He was using it the whole time, but check this out. There you go. That's Turbo from Undisputed 3. Turbo from the movie Undisputed 3. So you can go check that out. Yeah, so that's the 52 blocks. Y'all, for the person who asked me why we don't see it in movies. It is in a few movies. They just don't tell you the name of the art. See what I'm saying? Because most motherfuckers didn't know the name of the art. You see what I'm saying? When they made it. So, yeah. There you go. Now, of course, let's see here. Now, where were we? Now I got a special. These next few is special for y'all. Now we're going to get into the science of Killmonger. You see what I'm saying? Eric Killmonger from Black Panther. You know, we dealing with this masculine energy. We gotta find this balance. We're gonna talk about T'Challa as well. But why is the American black man was way more fascinated with Killmonger than they were with T'Challa? And the answer is because Killmonger, first of all, he was born in America. You see what I'm saying? He was actually born in America. But that's part one. The second reason is he lived like the average melanated man and woman in America lives. You see what I'm saying? And he had to come up from scratch, because they killed his father. His mother had already passed away. I think she passed away in childbirth. They killed his father. So he had to go and do what? He had to do it from scratch. He had to do it from the bottom to the top. Cuz went from an orphan to the king of Wakanda. You gotta respect that. You see what I'm saying? Cuz ascended, because America, that they showed you in the movie, was the third dimensional America. Wakanda is fifth dimensional America, or Earth. You see what I'm saying? Period. Just Earth as a whole. So we could just say America is third dimensional America / Earth, and Wakanda is fifth dimensional Earth. You see what I'm saying? That's what y'all seeing here. And interestingly enough, he did what he had to do to get back to what? The fifth dimension. That's the whole storyline of Killmonger. He did everything he needed to do. He did whatever it took to get back to the fifth dimension. And since he already knew he was royal blood. He was even able to challenge the current king, T'Challa, and defeat him, and he became king. And also, he went through the spiritual rituals, and he took the heart-shaped herb, named with your crown chakra, the purple heart. And when he opened up his crown chakra, he was able to travel to where? The ancestral realm, or the pleroma, the primordial realm also. See what I'm saying? Which was also purple. They making that connection there. So he gets there and he talks to who? His father. Who is his father? Ra. See what I'm saying? The solar energy. The Ra. See what I'm saying? So this you got going on here. He was also Black Panther or the Iroquois spiritual deity, the JoJo. The Panther deity, the JoJo, in the Iroquois teachings. You see what I'm saying? In their spiritual teachings, there's actually a Black Panther or a Panther spirit or Panther deity known as the JoJo. You see what I'm saying? The Great Panther spirit. So these are so it was America. They call it El Dorado. El Dorado is not in South America or Africa. It's in North America. That's what y'all get. Wakanda is the Omahayan name for the Great Spirit. You see what I'm saying? It's the Omahayan tribe's name for the Great Spirit, Wakanda. Check that out for yourself. And it's called the Omaha tribe. So, yeah. And he had to ascend through his chakra. His story was a story of ascension. T'Challa's story was a story of death and rebirth, because he ascended to the throne, he lost the throne, and then he had to ascend back to the throne. So his was a story of death and rebirth. But Killmonger's story was a story of straight ascension. And they just had to kill him off, because they couldn't let a motherfucker like that live in a movie. You see what I'm saying? They couldn't let somebody like Killmonger live in a movie. So y'all got peep game there when you watching this. But he went through all the trials and he became king of Wakanda from scratch. You see what I'm saying? Through hard work, wits, and truth. But you know, they was like, but Marvin, he killed women and all that. The first woman he killed, he was a mercy, because they don't tell him what Scar was gonna do to her ass. And the second woman, he didn't kill her, he choked her, and he choked her because you know he was a little ferocious death. But he told her to burn the temple. Why did he tell her to burn the temple? To show you that the temple is within you, not outside of you. If a true temple can't be burned, you see what I'm saying? That's the lesson there. The true temple, which is inside you, can't be burned. So the outer temple can go at any time, but that temple inside of you is eternal. That's what the lesson he was trying to give you in that particular lecture. But everybody was focused on the emotional, moral side. Nah, like these are grimoires. They're trying to tell you something. Like, don't pick no physical temples over, you know, it's nice to turn your house to a temple. That's cool. But remember, that's just an outer reflection of this soul force inside of you, this divine spark inside of you. I always remember that. So now, Killmonger represents and a lot of ladies actually like Killmonger over here. Now, across the rest of this war for a while, Killmonger versus T'Challa, but we're going to get to which one you need, actually. And what's happening here is he came to show you, black man over here, that you need to get on your ascension process. His whole process was a process of ascension, from the physical to the spiritual, from the root chakra to the crown chakra. His whole story was a chakra story. You see what I'm saying? And he had to do, and he showed you got to do whatever it takes to get to your crown chakra. That's basically the story. And if you awaken your spiritual crown, then you automatically king on the physical. You see what I'm saying? You automatically king on the physical. You see what I'm saying? Because each man's house is his castle. You see what I'm saying? And each room, each seat you sit in your house is your throne. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That's basic teaching. You know, hell, fucking Robin Hood taught us that. So yeah. There you go, since he's the breakout story. You see what I'm saying? Cause yeah, they was spiritual, but yeah, I see what you said. They were following idols. They were spiritual, but they weren't focusing on this. You see what I'm saying? That's why Wakanda wasn't as fun as we thought it was gonna be, cause they weren't focused on that pure inner soul. They was focused on the old ways of just plain traditional rituals and ceremonies and all that. They went on that freestyle soul that you seen Killmonger have. Killmonger did that shit the old-fashioned way, through freestyle soul. You see what I'm saying? Or free soul. Or what they call free will these days as well. So yeah. So let's continue here. So what's the science of Killmonger? If we know that, what does he represent? Check out this video. We'll get to T'Challa. Oh no, that's too bright. That is too bright. Alright, let's try that again. Bad use Facebook.
Ask me who I am. Ask me, King. Go ahead, ask me. I am Anjo Andaka, the son of Anjobu, born in America as Eric Stevens, and nicknamed Killmonger. I am heir to the African throne of Wakanda, but yet my father was betrayed by his own brother, and I was left to suffer oppression in the wilderness of North America. The trials and tribulations, and injustices, and persecution that me and my people experienced at the hands of white people made my heart fill with hate. But what I hated even more is that the people of Wakanda had the ability to help their African brothers and sisters around the world, but yet they choose to do nothing. I grew to only want revenge. Revenge on white people. Revenge on the Africans. My plan was to take my rightful place on the throne and exact my revenge by going out to cause chaos and anarchy and colonize the world. My plan was to bang on that wicked ass beast daily and cause a holy war. This is why the mask that I wore in the Black Panther movie resembled the head of Baphomet, the deity purportedly worshipped by the holy warriors during the time of the Crusades, called the Knights Templar. You see, hate breeds hate. I am a product of my environment. This is why in the Black Panther movie, when the CIA agent Everett Ross heard of my plan to colonize the rest of the world, he said that I was doing exactly what I was trained to do. See, I know how colonizers think because they trained me how to think. The paradox is, in my fight for liberation, I was still a product of my enslavement, doing exactly what the white man programmed me to do. Micah Johnson, Gavin Eugene Long, Christopher Dorner. And since my actions were exactly what the white man expected, I did not stop to think that perhaps they have already planned a contingency plan for my anticipated set of actions. See, the Black Panther movie is symbolic. What Killmonger represents is the ugly truth, the truth that makes you uncomfortable, the truth you do not want to hear. In many ways, my story is similar to the African king Shaka Zulu, was a child who was heir to the Zulu throne, but he was cast out of the kingdom with his mother to suffer in the wilderness, without receiving help from any of the neighboring tribes. Shaka Zulu grew up with hate in his heart, and when he finally took the Zulu throne, he took out his revenge on all the people and tribes who did not help him when he was a child. Through death, war, and intimidation, Shaka Zulu conquered many of the neighboring tribes, and unified them all under the banner of Zulu. However, when the white man came to South Africa, it was Shaka Zulu who sold out his land and his people to the white man. So, is Shaka Zulu really a hero? See, it was corrupt African leaders who sold out their own land and people for their own selfish gain, which led to the colonization of Africa. That is the ugly truth you do not want to hear. Similar circumstances exist for the cause of slavery. The ugly truth about slavery is that Africans sold their own brothers and sisters into slavery. Any scholarly research into the causes of slavery will tell you that there were four kinds of people who were sold into slavery: criminals or debtors, prisoners of war, house servants, and free people captured during raids by rival tribes and European gangs. In every case, there were African people selling their African brothers and sisters into slavery. In the case of criminals and debtors, and house servants, these were usually members of the same tribe who were selling their own tribal brother and sister into slavery. In the case where members of different tribes sold each other into slavery, when you do research on the tribes, you will find that many of the neighboring West African tribes can tell you exactly how they are all related, and at what point in time they branched off to become a separate tribe. So they knew they were selling their own family into slavery, but they cared more about selfish gain. That is the ugly truth you do not want to hear. But you would rather maintain the lie, as they say in the Black Panther movie. Also, in the Black Panther movie, the priest Suri was the one who snitched on Killmonger's father, which got him killed, and Suri went on to become a powerful high priest in the tribe. The same thing is true for the high priests of many West African traditional religions during the time of slavery. These high priests were advising the chief to sell various people into slavery. So if you reject the religion of Christianity because of its involvement in slavery, or if you reject the religion of Islam because of its involvement in slavery, then you should also reject the West African religion of Ifa, because those Babalawi priests were advising the chief to sell your ancestor into slavery too. I know, some truths are too much to bear. You want to maintain the light, but the reality is that the suffering, brutality, and cruelty that Africans have faced at the hands of white people through slavery and colonization was facilitated by our own African family members for their own corrupt selfish greed. So these hellish conditions that we have experienced are really a monster of our own making, as is stated in the Black Panther movie. Lastly, if you are a descendant of the transatlantic slave trade who is alive today, then your ancestor did not jump from the ships because they knew death was better than bondage, because if they had jumped from the ships and killed themselves, then you would not be alive today. So do you want to deal with the truth, or do you want to maintain the lie?
So there y'all go. There y'all go. Right there. Oh yeah, that's a part 2. Yes, that's right. That's a part 2, y'all. Cool. Check this out. But yeah, I'm gonna explain part 1 first. Part 1 is telling you the signs of Killmonger represent the ugly truth. That those skeletons that we have locked in the closet. You see what I'm saying? Like those Berber Moors and all the motherfuckers. It's the ones that sold us out over there. Then they brought the ignorant asses over here and did the same shit. And we had a few corrupt Moorish fucking agents who had already infiltrated over here, who took us down. And that's why you had these arcanic motherfuckers who manifest as the Boule and various other organizations across the planet. It's always this black organization that is in cahoots with these motherfuckers shutting us down. You see what I'm saying? You have those. And they do it so they can maintain their high positions, their wealth, and they do it to continue to rule over us. You see what I'm saying? In the movie Glass with Samuel Jackson, he told us what? I'm gonna show y'all what they don't want us to see, which is we are superheroes or superheroes. You see what I'm saying? They showed y'all that there was a secret society with a black clover there. The black clover represents the cabal. You see what I'm saying? The club. You see what I'm saying? The secret club or secret society. So the cabal who shut us down. So that's what Killmonger represents. He represents the ugly truth. And he told y'all, it's about 2 billion motherfuckers out here suffering. And y'all ain't gonna help them? Like, y'all sitting up here safe, chilling. And them motherfuckers out there dying. And then this motherfucker literally told him, I'm not the king of all people, I'm the king of Wakanda. Nigga, it's the 5th dimension. You are the king of all people. You see what I'm saying? Wakanda is the great spirit, the great soul. You are the king of all people. You're the manifestation of that king. And you know, he was guided by Bastet, the gods of healing. So for him to say that he wasn't going to save his people, he wasn't healing the nations. And that's why he got his ass kicked by Killmonger. That's why he lost that fight, you know, with Killmonger, because he wasn't honoring what Bastet said. But you notice Bastet still didn't have a problem with Killmonger. She still honored Killmonger. He still went through the spiritual rites. If she had a problem with Killmonger, she would have stepped in and said, nah, you can't be the king. But she didn't step in. So you know what that means? That means that she actually chose Killmonger as the new representative to help save the people. You was gonna bring those forces, those cosmic. He was tasked with bringing those cosmic forces. That's what he was holding. He was holding an electromagnetic arrow in his hand that represented the electricity, the cosmic force, the cosmic arrow, the cosmic beams that would come down from the 5th dimension to change the world. You see what I'm saying? They even told you we're gonna start in all the major cities in America first. He didn't go and save motherfuckers across the other planet. He came to America first because he knew we was the most rebellious out of everybody on the planet. You see what I'm saying? And he knew the awakening was supposed to happen here first due to him living in America and dealing with the pains and suffering. And his father even seen that too. Like, these motherfuckers actually want to rebel against this shit. They just don't have the resources to rebel, or the weapons, or the energies and spiritual forces to rebel. But Wakanda got it. Let me get this vibranium. Vibranium is what? Vibration, spiritual vibration that you vibrate on. They had a whole mountain of it. The pineal gland. You see what I'm saying? That was the pineal gland. And you see what I'm saying? So all their technologies and clothes and everything was made out of vibranium. So this you got going on here when you're dealing with these secret teachings that they was giving you in this grimoire known as Black Panther, or the JoJo, the Great Panther Spirit, guided by who? Bastet, the Black Cat. You see what I'm saying? The Black Cat. You see what I'm saying? The goddess of music, healing, and regeneration. So that's what y'all was seeing. Y'all was seeing the regeneration of Killmonger as he becomes a solar being, which is what part 2 is about. Him becoming the Human Torch. You see what I'm saying? If he was allowed to continue to live and free us, this is what we would have became. Hold on here. Let me show you what I'm talking about here.
Ethiopian race got its name from the root word ether, which means our origin is the sun. Ether is the prominent life-giving energies that the sun produces, called sunshine, starshine, and the heat of the world. Ether means burning like life, and black like space, the perfect existence. Life itself is indeed a burning. Sunshine is ether, and is the origin of black people. With the Ethiopian, our blackness is inherent from the sun, since we are the sun's original offspring. The Ethiopian race is direct descendants of the sun, in the prosperity of the sun's physical and visible light, sunshine, the suns themselves, fire, heat, electricity, natural universe ether, and even life itself, our black life space. And this is why these energies turn persons and things black, whenever they come in contact with these powers long enough. The sun has empowered us Ethiopians with the same powers of the sun, the power to be black, and to produce black offspring. The blackness of the African race shines like the surface of the sun and his energies. The skin of black people is black because, like the sun, we Ethiopians have in our reproductive system and bone marrow what is called sun heat genes. These sun heat genes become part of the blood, and they emanate outward to the skin, and the sun heat genes burn the skin black. The more sun heat genes one has, the blacker the person will be. Natural ether is natural fire that naturally burns whatever, or whoever, it comes in contact with, and this is why when people go out on the beach in the sunshine, they become darker. For black people, this sunshine is within the genes, and is called melanin by mundane scientists, and sun genes by universe scientists. The sun genes of African race black people are originally produced by sun energies, and this is why the black skin of the people of the Ethiopian race is supposed to shine. Therefore, being black is being superior in color, because the suns of the universe are jet black, and they are superior to all other universal bodies. Hence, black is not only beautiful, but also the best and purest of the colors. A member of the Ethiopian race may philosophically be called a Nova, which means, among other positive things, the black new star. The sun gives off ether in the form of what is called prominences. The sun has antennae called granulation, and Ethiopians' woolly hair looks like that granulation, so our woolly hair may correctly be called granulation. If one puts a straight strand of hair closer and closer to a fire, that strand of hair will granulate, that is, ball up, because of the potency of the heat. The Ethiopian carries a sun within, and we appeared on planet Earth at a time when no other race could survive in the Earth's atmosphere, because just after creation, the atmosphere was too dense and potent. The African pygmy gods, the ancestors of modern-day Ethiopians, grew the universes in their sun-fire form. Then as time progressed, they personified themselves as flesh and blood beings at the source of the Nile River in Mother Africa. Only Ethiopians with sun heat genes could survive and live in Earth's original atmosphere, and we had to be much stronger than those of mankind who came much later. In other words, the sun heat genes in the African pygmies were so dense and potent in their bone marrow and reproductive system, they turned the hair kinky, as fired as to a straight strand of hair. Hence, woolly hair is superior to straight hair, as the suns are superior to other universal bodies. Woolly hair by nature assures the Ethiopian that he and she are the originals of the planets, thereby the original personifications of the suns. Black skin is sun skin, and woolly hair is sun hair. Like the sun, woolly hair symbolizes potency, originality, and life. Life springs from an acid base, and is perpetuated by that acid base, and of course, acids burn, so hence, life is a burning. When the burning stops, that is the end of the individual's personal life, because the purpose of the body is to provide the conditions for the burning, that is life.
I like how he ascended. I like how he transmuted it to his solar self, ascended back to the sun, then came back down this motherfucker with that solar knowledge and that solar energy. That was fire. The ascension and the descension back down to earth, and he became a primordial deity here on the planet. That was fire. That was fire. So yeah, as y'all can see, that's what would have happened if he was able to free the people. That's why they killed Killmonger. That's why they killed him. He was getting ready. He was ready to fuck this shit up. He's getting ready to fuck this shit up. So yeah, he's getting ready to bring those solar forces back from Wakanda, the 5th dimension / Pleroma, down to the 3rd dimensional Earth, and they was gonna fuck this shit up. Yeah. So now, the lesser person who I didn't enjoy as much is T'Challa. But T'Challa has secrets too. Now, what does T'Challa represent? You know, T'Challa represented your ability to commingle with these motherfuckers on the planet. And that is the way our ancestors lived up until this point, until we had enough. They tried to commingle with these beings, or the Martin Luther King way of doing things, whereas Killmonger's with the Malcolm X way of doing things. He tried to integrate with them and reason with them. You see what I'm saying? And they got him destroyed, as we seen in the Thanos movie, right? they got him vaporized around here when Thanos caused an infinity snap. Why he got killed? He got killed because he tried to integrate with this arcanic matrix instead of freeing this arcanic matrix like he was supposed to, or staying dead and let Killmonger do it. You see what I'm saying? Killmonger would have never got vaporized. We already know that. Killmonger would have never got vaporized because his soul was too strong. He was about the liberation of his people. But T'Challa just wanted to commingle with everybody. And that got him fucked up in Infinity War, which was the true war. You see what I'm saying? Endgame was really what you like to call art of war. Propaganda. Alright, we got our asses kicked by this motherfucker. So let's go back in time, alter the timeline into such a way where we beat this nigga. You see what I'm saying? That's basically what Endgame was about. But we all know Infinity War is the true movie where he showed you, I came to bring balance to the universe. You see what I'm saying? I came to bring balance to the universe. But his mistake was he should have destroyed this shit in the first place. He should have destroyed this whole matrix, let this ram merge to the astral plane and start it over. You see what I'm saying? That was his mistake. Instead of trying to balance this shit out, you can't bring balance with these motherfuckers because they're gonna always find ways to unbalance it, like they showed him in Endgame. So, and he had to learn that lesson, but he just learned it too late. Because Thanos is nothing but the Greek Titan Thanatos, the Greek Titan of death and rebirth, Thanatos. That's what he came to do. So yeah, so that's what Killmonger represents. That shows you part 1 and part 2 of what Killmonger would have did if he had figured it out. Let's see here. Let's see. So, what does T'Challa represent? You know, now T'Challa, what made him special was he had a real deep connection with the feminine energy. So that's what you do take from T'Challa. What you don't take from T'Challa is how he fucking sucked up to these beings all across the planet. You see what I'm saying? Fuck these niggas across the planet. You see what I'm saying? Fuck these archons roaming the streets, going to and fro, pillaging, plundering, murdering, and raping. You see what I'm saying? Fuck these niggas. You see what I'm saying? That was his mistake. So yeah. There you go, Alexa. They showed you what they want to do is rewind time. They just wanted to rewind motherfucking time. But Infinity War was the true movie. So yeah, you go watch Infinity War. Leave Endgame alone. Endgame was the art of war, the propaganda. Showing you what they really want to do.
Tell me a story.
So now, let's listen to what Black Panther represented. See, he represented the black light, the black Illuminati. The black light is dark soul. You see what I'm saying? The ultraviolet, that ultraviolet energy that's also hitting the planet. So that's why you need both. But you take, I love T'Challa's connection with the feminine energy, but I hated his ideology as far as what he took from Killmonger. And instead of just fucking this shit up like he should have, he wanted to coexist with these niggas. These niggas don't want to coexist with you. Why you want to coexist with them? They've already proven to you. They told you that they don't want to coexist with you. It ain't even like they trying to prove it to you. They actually came out verbally and said, nah, we want to just kill these niggas. Rape them, force them to have our kids so we continue to rule them on this planet. They basically came out and said it on multiple videos. So yeah, let's continue here. Let's continue.
Yes, long time.
Also, fair use Facebook, damn.
The true secret societies are the ones you do not know exist. From the Freemasons to the Illuminati, all of these secret societies are not secret at all. They are very well known. However, the most obscure, the most cryptic, the most hidden secret societies are the African secret societies, also known as Black Secret Societies, or Black Illuminati. The Black Panther movie secretes some of the secret hidden cryptic, occult symbols of the Black Illuminati. Allow your eye to adjust to triple darkness, and let us enter into the black light. In the Black Panther movie, the nation of Wakanda is a secret, hidden in plain sight. This is the definition of the word, occult. First, you must know that light is symbolic of knowledge. Scientifically, there is visible light and invisible light. Invisible light is separated into infrared light and lower, and ultraviolet, or black light, and higher. When you are dealing with the electromagnetic spectrum, ultraviolet, or black light, is a higher frequency than visible white light. So, black light is higher than white light. Freemasons followed the light, the white light. One of the goals of Freemasons is to make a good man, a better man, and this is why in the Black Panther movie, T'Challa's father tells him that, you are a good man, and it is hard for a good man to be a king. The black light is a higher degree. Part of black light manifests in the visible spectrum as a color violet, or purple, and this is why the higher degree of cryptic masonry of the York Rite system is symbolized by the color purple. The degree of cryptic masonry is higher than the Royal Arch degree. The fact that black light is purple is why the light that is emitted by the Black Panther's suit is also purple, and why the premiere of the Black Panther movie was on a purple carpet, because it is dealing with higher degrees than black light, the Black Illuminati. In Marvel Comics, Black Panther was invited to be the 7th member of the Illuminati. However, Black Panther did not join the group because it was beneath him. Cryptic masonry deals with the legend of Hiram Abiff, the architect of King Solomon's temple. In the Bible, in 1 Kings, chapter 7, verses 13 and 14, it says that Hiram was a widow's son of the tribe of Naphtali, and his father was a metal worker. The Black Panther's father died in the movie Captain America Civil War, which would make T'Challa, the Black Panther, the son of a widow, or a widow's son. This is also why T'Challa is depicted in the Black Panther movie having a haircut with a widow's peak. T'Challa also has a beard in the movie to symbolize the lion's mane, the Panther Leo, the Cat-Head Moors, or the keepers of the secrets in antiquity. This is why T'Challa is depicted in a Moorish Muslim prayer position on one of the Black Panther movie posters. In the legend of Hiram Abiff, he fights the 3 ruffians who kill him, and he is raised from the dead with a lion's paw grip. In the Black Panther movie, T'Challa fights the 3 main foes, M'Baku of the Jabari tribe, Ulysses Claw, and Eric Killmonger. Then, T'Challa symbolically dies, and is later resurrected in the movie. Also, the Panther tribe of Wakanda are historically blacksmith masons, or workers of metal, just like the tribe of Hiram Abiff. The blacksmith masons of Wakanda's Panther tribe work with a metal called vibranium, which absorbs sound if it is hit by a hammer. In the Bible, in 1 Kings, chapter 6, verse 7, it says that King Solomon's temple was built without the sound of a hammer. The word Naphtali, the tribe of Hiram Abiff, is related to the word Natuim, which refers to the Nubian city of Nabatea in the Sudan of Africa. In the International Standard Bible Encyclopedia, it says that Nabatea means the people of Bata, the dwellers of Memphis in ancient Egypt. Bata was an ancient Egyptian deity who was a pygmy dwarf and a blacksmith mason, the grand architect of the universe. Bata was also symbolic of primordial mound, and Wakanda had a mountain, or mount, of vibranium. Bata, as a dwarf blacksmith, is also represented in the Black Panther movie, with the fact that Andy Serkis and Martin Freeman are both in the movie, and the last movie that these 2 actors were in together was The Hobbit, which featured dwarf blacksmiths who mined metal and lived inside a mountain. Also, there was a scene in the Black Panther movie, filmed in Busan, South Korea, and the word Busan means cauldron mountain, like the melting pot of a blacksmith mason. In ancient Egypt, the high priests of Bata wore leopard skin clothing, and Black Panthers are melanistic leopards. The Nubian kings of the cities of Nevada and Mero also wore leopard skin clothing, and these African cities were huge centers for iron smelting, blacksmith, masonry. The god of the Panther tribe in the Black Panther movie is named Bast. In ancient Egypt, Bast was one of the wives of the dwarf mason deity named Bata. The son of Bata in Nubia was named Abedem-Mak, who was depicted with the body of a snake and the head of a lion. This is why the body of the suit of the Black Panther in the movie looks like snake skin, but the helmet looks like a cat head. This is also symbolic of Mithral, who is depicted with the head of a lion and the body of a man wrapped by a snake. The symbols related to Mithra are a hammer, dogs, a snake, and a chicken, which are the same symbols related to another African blacksmith mason deity named Ogun from the Ifa tradition in Nigeria. The Nubians built pyramids at high angles of 68 degrees, which is the same angle of the Illuminati pyramid on the back of the US dollar bill. These African blacksmith masons, who wore leopard skin, were traveling men who navigated the four corners of the globe. Thus, you find various leopard secret societies across West Africa, including the Ekpe, Abaku, and Yotu Amita, and the Leopard Society of Basiland. The men of the West African leopard secret societies were depicted in the 2016 movie entitled The Legend of Tarzan by the actor DJ Mohansu, and this same actor did the voice of Black Panther in the BET animated series. Also, DC Comics created a black superhero based on the West African leopard secret society called the Bronze Tiger, who was portrayed by the actor Michael J. White on the Arrow TV show. The African leopard societies even traveled to the Americas, where they used the symbol of the jaguar, and they erected two other pyramids found in Mesoamerica, the T-Cow Temple 1 of the Great Jaguar, and the T-Cow Temple 3 of the Jaguar Priest, both of which are built at high angles of 68 degrees, like the Nubian pyramids. It is important to note that jaguars, leopards, and panthers are all related. The jaguar was a sacred animal to the Mesoamerican Olmecs, Mayans, and Aztecs, and these cultures all had jaguar kings, jaguar priests, and jaguar warriors. The T-Cow Temple 3 pyramid was built for a king named Dark Sun, which represents the Black Sun, or Black Line, or Black Illuminati. The T-Cow Temple 1 pyramid with the Great Jaguar has 9 tiers, and it is said that cats have 9 lives. And from the front, Black Panther's necklace has 9 teeth, and the Black Panther movie was released on February 16th, and 2 plus 1 plus 6 equals 9. This is because 9 is the next highest number after the sequence, 357. But all of this black knowledge, or black line, is just dealing with symbolism associated with the African secret societies, the Black Illuminati. But may you be asking yourself, what is the big secret possessed by these societies? It is simply this, that science and technology are the keys to heaven, the keys to mastery, controlling, and transforming natural resources to create a utopia on Earth, symbolized by Wakanda.
Now, I disagree with him on that last part. Science and technologies will be secondary. It will be soul and spirit that's, primary. You see what I'm saying? Science and technology come from great science and technology come from a great soul, great thinker. You see what I'm saying? Great spirit. And of course, he told y'all all other civilizations, but America, the American Black Panther spirit or Great Panther spirit is called the JoJo. See what I'm saying? So up here in North America, so we had our own Black Panther or Panther spirit in the Iroquois Nation. You see what I'm saying? The Iroquois. Quisha Anderson, where's the link to that? Oh, I put them in. I put them in these videos in the link after this lecture with. So yeah. Now let's get into our magic. Now. Yep, there you go, Miss Pat Bosteddy's on his chest. Now, get into our magic. Let's start off with Carl Mordo. Carl Mordo hunted down a white boy, and actually it was a white archon. You see what I'm saying? an archon he hunted down in Doctor Strange. And he told him some things that I'm going to let y'all hear. Here we go. Okay, just the explanation.
Much list of individuals and beings from other realms that...
No. Let me just get to it. Here we go. That's the one. It's the scene we talking about right here. Let me just brighten it up because it's a real dark scene. It's still showing that reflection. Brighten it up a little bit more then.
Can I help you? They carried you into Comatage on a stretcher. Look at you now, Pangborn. Oh no. So what can I do for you, man? I've been away for many months now, and I've had a revelation. The true purpose of a sorcerer is to twist things out of their proper shape. Stealing power. Perverting nature. Like you. I've stolen nothing. This is my power. My power has a purpose.
What do you mean by that? He talking about them cabal sorcerers, them soothsayers, them these motherfuckers who running this shit, fucking this shit up. Why he take his power back from old buddy? Nigga, we got a mystical war going on, and you got all this power just to walk, nigga. You ain't gonna do nothing else with it. I see where he coming from there. Like, nigga, we almost died, and you want to sit around here fucking build cars and shit. Shit, nigga, you ain't gonna get in on this. I would took our power back too. Let me say that, and notice the energy was gold. It was like a gold color. That was soul energy. He took that shit back from his ass. Well, he sucked it out of his lower antenna. If y'all peep game them, took it right back. I ain't mad at him now. Cause what's going on here is you got all these cabal cultures using their magic and wizardry and spells and curses and hexes to fuck us up on this planet. Yeah. Like, literally, they go on top of cathedrals and mountains, and all they do is chant and hurl curses down onto the societies of the world, fucking us up. See what I'm saying? These archons, these cabal soothsayers, and all these crazy motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So now, so they call our magic black magic. You see what I'm saying? They call our magic black magic. Well, they use white magic. What's white magic? White magic is archons. They're the shit that they can control in this dimension, in this material world. You see what I'm saying? This material universe. Black magic precedes this material universe because it's melanin. You see what I'm saying? They don't want you fucking with black magic because you transcend their light encoded reality matrix, or simply this material universe that they currently rule. You see what I'm saying? And so black magic or melanin magic takes you out of that paradigm, and you begin to ascend back to the primordial realm. You see what I'm saying? And still, you know, white magic. You still can manipulate the angles of light in this dimension as well. So, and they call it gray magician, gray wizards. But first, we gotta understand what black magic is, and we gonna get us a lesson from Brother Voodoo. How about that? Who was Doctor Strange's successor, right? So let's go over here real quick. Let's go over here and get us a lesson from Brother Voodoo. Just too bright.
Yo, I call on the spirits to open the way. I call on the ancestors to clear the path. And I call on you to make yourself receptive to the message which is being delivered. You must know that spirit magic exists in opposites, called white magic and black magic. Practitioners of white magic usually describe black magic as negative, and practitioners of black magic usually describe white magic as negative. The reality is, magic is magic. What makes it positive or negative is based on the intentions of the practitioner. Both white magic and black magic have their right-hand paths and left-hand paths. The right-hand path is used to describe magic with positive intentions, and the left-hand path is used to describe magic with negative intentions. Like white light and black light, both white magic and black magic come from a common source, ancient Egypt. White magic was perfected by the European witches, warlocks, Wiccans, and Druids, and eventually gave rise to modern religions like Christianity. In white magic, the letter K is added to the word magic to discriminate between magic for the purpose of entertainment versus magic used for harnessing energies to alter self, others, or the environment. Black magic was perfected by the people of Africa and their descendants, and eventually gave rise to various animistic traditions throughout Africa and in the Caribbean and the Americas. In Marvel Comics, Doctor Strange represents white magic, and Dr. Brother Voodoo represents black magic. Both characters held the title of Sorcerer Supreme at different points in time. In ancient Egypt, black magic had two distinctions, known by the names Heka and Aku. Much like magic and magic respectively, Heka was magic used for the purpose of healing, and Aku was magic used for the purpose of trickery and entertainment. When the magical practices left ancient Egypt, they diverged into black magic and white magic. In South and Central Africa, black magic is called Ngoma, or Gom, and relates to wisdom, knowledge, and skill. The root, Eng, can be seen in the name for the practitioners of black magic in South and Central Africa. In South Africa, the practitioner of black magic is called a Sangoma, or Iyenga. In Swahili, Mganga refers to a traditional healer, or African witch doctor. Among the Shona people of Zimbabwe, a Nenenga is a traditional healer who uses a combination of herbs and spiritual advice to heal people. The Bantu people use the word Nganga for a herbalist or spiritual healer, and this word is also used by their descendants in Haiti, Brazil, and Cuba, who were taken during the transatlantic slave trade. This can also be seen in the manifestation of black magic in West Africa known as voodoo. West African descendants who were brought to the Americas and the Caribbean during the transatlantic slave trade used various versions of the word voodoo to describe their black magic, including Cuban voodoo, Puerto Rican and Dominican voodoo, Haitian voodoo, New Orleans, Louisiana voodoo, Deep Southern voodoo, and Brazilian voodoo, also called Candomblé JJ. In these traditions, the spirits are known as Loa or Orisha. In modern times, the systems of Palo, Santeria, and Lukumi aim to reunite black magic with white magic through the combination of synchronizing the black magic Loa or Orisha spirits with the white magic Catholic saints. The pantheon of Orisha can also be found in the traditional practices of the Yoruba people of Nigeria, where the male spiritual priest is called a Babalawo, and the female spiritual priestess is called a Ayalawo, meaning father and mother of mysteries, respectively. In Voodoo, the female priestess is called Voodoo-Si, and the male priest is called Voodoo-Non. In Ghana, the spiritual priest is called Okomfo, and one such powerful African shaman was named Okomfo Anakie, who helped establish the Ashanti kingdom. Haitian Vodou also helped Toussaint Louverture during the Haitian Revolution. In Haitian Vodou, the female priestess is called Imambo, and the male priest is called amongst the Dogon people of Bali. While each of these systems are separate and distinct, they share common practices and syncretic traditions. Another black magic occult science from the African Congo is called Bo, or Bobo, whose priests are called Bokomnon, or Bokotonon. The occult science of Bo is non-Futun, but elements of Futun can be seen in the rituals of Bo, and it summons spirits from the Futun pantheon. In Haitian Vodou, and Puerto Rican and Dominican Voodoo, the highest initiation rank is to become a high priest called a Bokor, or priestess called a Kaplata, who are said to serve the lowest spirits with both hands. The black magic of Bokors includes the creation of zombies, and the creation of talismans, called Wangas, which house spirits. Other names for these talismans which house spirits are Nkondi, Nkisi, nail fetishes, Gris Gris, Mojo, Juju, voodoo dolls, and hoodoo puppets. The term obia is also used to refer to a talisman or object which houses a spirit and has roots to the Ashanti word obeafo, meaning witchcraft, and the Igbo word dibia, meaning healer. These talismans are also sometimes called medicine bags, as they may be small bags containing one or more magical items. The fact that words like doctor, healer, herbalist, and medicine come up so frequently when discussing black magic has to do with the fact that black magic had its origins in ancient Egypt, with Heka, which was used for the purpose of healing. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end.
So there you go. There you go. So as you can see, that's the secrets of black magic and white magic. He said magic is magic. Peep gang know what he said. Magic is magic. If magic is magic, there ain't no separation between black magic and white magic. And notice he said there's good black magic and bad black magic. You see what I'm saying? You use it for creative reasons and destructive reasons. And there's good white magic and there's bad white magic. You use it for creative and destructive reasons. You see what I'm saying? Depending on what you're doing. But at the end of the day, magic is magic. Heka. And the personification of that magic. Woret Hika. You see what I'm saying? Woret Hika. Now, and this brings us to what the great Cottonmouth said when they was analyzing what Luke Cage was capable of. He said, so you telling me this nigga is half Ali and half Houdini. So that means he was half warrior, half mage. Or what we call a battle mage. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. This is what you are. You half warrior, half mage. You know, so you gotta embrace your inner warrior, your inner Jedi, your inner sorcerer, your inner scion, your inner healer. And I guarantee you, you will find your way. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna find your way. Now, how you embrace your inner warrior, Mark? What is some of the steps? Yeah, we'll wrap it up here. What is some of the steps to tap into this? Well, have you ever seen the man with the iron fist with RZA? He shows you what you got to do to tap into that Kundalini force. You see what I'm saying? That Kundalini power. So let us hear what he has to say here, and then we'll wrap it up. Let's see. There he is. Too dark. There we go. Yeah, that's a dark scene.
I stray from the path.
Yeah. That's what I thought. There we go.
I stray from the path, and I paid the price. The pendulum of karma swings both ways. They made me a cripple, but if you help me, I'll forge my greatest weapon ever. taught you that in the beginning there was the Word. Yet when man failed to hear the Word, we were forced to teach by action. The chi in your body travels through the 12 vessels and builds up in your Dana. Your triple burners convert all.
Yeah, it's too bright. Y'all can't even see that. Yeah, I can't even see that. Cut it down about right here. Let's go back a little bit.
The chi in your body travels through the 12 vessels and builds up in your Dana. Your triple burners convert all particles to energy. By learning to regulate breath and controlling your chi, a man is capable of amazing feats. If one can find a source to one's own energy, you can transmit that energy to activate inanimate objects. You and the object becomes one. Becomes a slave to your will, your mind, your chi.
So there you go. That's how you tap in. So that's what's the point of raising wolves, Marvin? What's the point of raising wolves? He said you got to find the source of your own energy. What's the source of your own energy? Your soul, your divine spark inside you. See what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on here. That's still we good. The source of your own energy is your soul. You see what I'm saying? You know, and the objective of raising wolves is to what? What's the objective here? To produce superheroes, your icons, your black Supermans. You see what I'm saying? They said these Kryptonians originally wasn't white, they was black. Cuz who originally drew the Superman cartoon, he originally envisioned a black man, but he knew society wouldn't accept a black Superman, so he made him white. Check this out. See,
Kyle. Hello.
Let me just turn down for y'all a little bit this brightness. Yeah, there we go. Let's start over. There we go.
Kyle. Hello. I am Ra Vathlo. That is to say, my name is of the House of Ra, from Vathlo Island on planet Krypton.
What he said?
Vathlo Island is an island.
He said he was what?
Kyle. Hello. I am Ra Vathlo. That is to say, my name is of the...
His name is Ra of Vathlo Island from planet Krypton. This is actually a real person in the DC universe. Ra, A-U-M, Ra. Ra. You know, Om is the original sign of the universe, and Ra is the sun. So you vibrate the vibration of the sun. That's basically what it's saying, which inside you is the vibration of your soul. So yeah.
Kyle.
And you wearing that red, black, and green.
I am Ra Vathlo. That is to say, my name is of the House of Ra, from Vathlo Island on planet Krypton. Vathlo Island is an island continent on planet Krypton which is populated by a highly developed black race of Kryptonians who retained their independence and did not join the Planetary Federation. Unlike Kal-El, Superman's father, Jor-El.
Whoa.
Kryptonians of...
What he said he did not join the Planetary Federation, which is the Galactic Federation. We all know the Galactic Federation betrayed us. So they was a free people.
By a highly developed black race of Kryptonians who retained their independence and did not join the Planetary Planetary Federation.
First of all, who is the Kryptonians? Who is the Kryptonians? That's you. Yeah. Crypt means death. Death means soul. Soul means death and soul are closely related on this plane. You see what I'm saying? That's why the ancient Egyptians dealt with death. What they call it, what's the most known book out of ancient Egypt? The book of what? The dead. What does the dead represent? The dead represent. What the ancient book of the dead teach you? How to navigate these realms with your soul. You see what I'm saying? With your soul. This peak gang here. That's why they call Kryptonians. You see what I'm saying? Kryptonians. Tales of the crypt. Tales of the soul. You see what I'm saying? Tales of the dead.
Developed black race of Kryptonians who retained their independence and did not join the Planetary Federation. Unlike Kal-El Superman's father Jor-El, the black Kryptonians of Bethlo Island did not wait until the last minute, just weeks before the planet Krypton imploded, to evacuate the planet. The black Kryptonians of Bethlo Island were intelligent enough to sense the impending danger and evacuate the planet Krypton years before the planet's destruction. The black Kryptonians of Bethlo Island came to Earth and other planets throughout the universe, and they survived the destruction of planet Krypton because they left the planet long before the calamity. The word Krypton means the hidden one, and comes from the word crypt, meaning to hide and conceal. So,
what? Kryptonian means what? The hidden one. A moon. What's the hidden one? Your soul. You see what I'm saying? And crypt means what? To conceal. Where's your soul? Inside your body. So what is he saying the crypt is? Your physical body. You see what I'm saying? Damn. Just straight science, right? What you said? Shit, where can I find these videos on YouTube? Oh, the guy who I'm using these videos from, his name is Big Head Scientist on YouTube. If y'all want to know where to get these videos. Big Head Scientist.
now that Krypton has been destroyed, let me reveal the real secret origin of Superman. In the German language, the word Übermensch means Superman, and was used to describe Adolf Hitler's Nazi white Nordic Aryan race. Adolf Hitler believed that the white Nordic Aryan race was the supreme race, or Übermensch, Superman, on planet Earth. Adolf Hitler was motivated to believe that the white Nordic Aryan race was the superior race on planet Earth because of his association with the Thule Society. The Thule Society claimed they were contacted by white Nordic extraterrestrials from the Aldebaran star in the constellation of Taurus the Bull. The Nazi SS stands for Schutzes Tafel, which in the German language means Protection Squadron. The Nazi SS Protection Squadron was to be composed of only the Übermensch, Superman, the men of the white Nordic Aryan race. If one S is rotated 90 degrees and overlaid on the other S in the Nazi SS symbol, it creates the image of the Nazi swastika. When the character of Superman was first created by the Jewish children Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, in the 1933 comic book entitled The Reign of the Superman, Superman was a villain determined to take over the world, and was based on the Übermensch Superman of the Nazi SS. The comic book character of Superman was later redesigned as a hero, to combat evil forces like the Nazi SS Übermensch Superman. So we see that the S symbol, the extraterrestrial theme, and the superiority complex found in the Kryptonian Superman stories, comes from Nazi Germany. However, in the 1936 Olympic Games in Nazi Germany, Hitler received a rude awakening when his Nazi SS, white Aryan Nordic Übermensch Superman, were defeated by a real Superman, who was a black man named Jesse Owens, who was a real-life example of the phrase, faster than a speeding bullet, and able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. See, if Kryptonians like Kal-El Superman get their power by absorbing yellow sunlight, then wouldn't black Kryptonians, with high amounts of melanin in their skin, be able to absorb more yellow sunlight, and thus be more powerful than Kal-El Superman? The word Krypton means the hidden one, and Kryptonians who come to Earth get their superhuman powers by absorbing light from the yellow sun. In ancient Egypt, Amun means the hidden one, and Amun was merged with the sun god Ra, becoming Amun-Ra, a netter, god, beyond human, or Superman. The Amun-Ra Superman was also depicted as a black man in ancient Egypt. The scholar Gerald Massey noted that in ancient Egypt, the four races of people depicted in the tomb of the pharaoh Seti I were, the red people called the Rud, who were the Egyptians, the brown or yellow people called the Hemu, the white people called the Tamahu, and the Nubians were black people, who were called the Nasi, or Nahisi, meaning born black from the egg, where the egg was also symbolic of the sun. As you can hear, this ancient Egyptian word Nahisi, or Nazi, which was used for the black Nubians, the real Superman, is phonetically similar to the word Nazi, which was stolen and corrupted by Adolf Hitler. Also, the Nazi symbol...
And you spell the word Nazi Nahsi, which is Nubian black people. But you know they always gotta create a perversion of whatever our energy is. They've been their whole goal on this planet. So they created the word Nazi. You see what I'm saying? Nazi. Even though Adolf Hitler was trying to take out the Jews, you know, at the end there, he realized that we were the free people. You see what I'm saying? The indigenous melanated people of the planet were the free people, especially us over here in North America. See what I'm saying? So let us continue here.
Called the Tamahu, and the Nubians were black people, who were called the Nasi, or Nahisi, meaning born black from the egg, where the egg was also symbolic of the sun. As you can hear, this ancient Egyptian word Nahisi, or Nazi, which was used for the black Nubians, the real Superman, is phonetically similar to the word Nazi, which was stolen and corrupted by Adolf Hitler. Also, the Nazi symbol of the swastika is called the Black Sun, and was stolen from a symbol which is sacred to black African people, called the Four Movements of the Sun. In the Man of Steel movie, it is said that the S symbol that Kal-El Superman wears on his chest is not a letter S, but rather it stands for hope. Well, hope is the substance of things believed in, and evidence of things not seen. Hope is synonymous with faith, belief, trust, and not knowing. You do not have to hope, have faith, believe, or trust something is going to happen or is real, when you have knowledge, certainty, clarity, assurance, confidence, evidence, experience, and reason. This symbol on my chest is not a letter N. It is symbolic of knowledge, certainty, clarity, assurance, confidence, evidence, experience, and reason. You do not have to hope for a black Superman. You have already experienced clear evidence of black Superman in real life, to have certainty of his existence. Jesse Owens, Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, Jim Brown, Pele, Usain Bolt, Serena Williams, Florence Griffith Joyner, Carmelita Jenner, Shelley-Ann Fraser Price, just to name a few, are examples of real black supermen and superwomen who have performed superhuman feats before our very eyes.
There y'all go. I'm going to end it there. So there you go. He shows you black supermen are already here. But you've been taught not to fuck with your race or anything that they do. You know, they got to pull you from out of your race and program you with their bullshit. They archonic bullshit. And so that you will come to grow, you will come to hate your race, and it grows a sense of disgust when you even think about your race. You see what I'm saying? Your species. So we dealing with the melanated Mu Empire, the Mu-ers, the Mers. They gotta take those Mers who are gifted and train them to be Moors. You see what I'm saying? Moors. You know, burgers. You see what I'm saying? And they do this by initiating them into these shaming rituals. And all the other type of shit they gotta do to kill their soul energy first. And then once they reprogram them to think like them, act like them, they begin to hate you. You see what I'm saying? And they do this by joining these cults like the Boule and the Fraternity of Afrocentricity and Freemasonry and Scottish Rite and the corrupt Rosicrucian Order now, who they stole from a black man named Pastor Beverly Randolph. And the list goes on. See what I'm saying? The list goes on. So yeah, there y'all go. Raising wolves, people. Raising wolves. Go out there, get you some sons, some young ones, teach them up. Let them know, the ones that are listening, at least, the ones that are listening. Teach them up, train them, let them know what it is, because there's a lot of hungry youngsters walking around. They ain't got no mentors. You see what I'm saying? No big brothers or no big sisters. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, raising wolves. When you in a den of wolves, you gotta do what? You gotta become a wolf, or else you gonna get slaughtered by those wolves. You don't want to be in a den of wolves and the sheep. They're gonna look at you like you food. You see what I'm saying? And that's why anybody who's not vibing on this occult science, the fucking archons look at them like they food. You see what I'm saying? They look at them like they food. And you don't want to be that being. You see what I'm saying? You want to be a wolf who can fight a wolf. You see what I'm saying? They don't look at us as food. They look at us as equals in war. You see what I'm saying? He can kill me just like I can kill him. See what I'm saying? Occult warfare. The occult art of war. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. So go out there and find your people and teach them the way. Teach them the way. So that being said, that's it. That pretty much wraps up Raising Wolves. Ladies, I come back with y'all signs tomorrow or Thursday. So be looking out for that. So any questions before I get up out of here? I'll take a one or two before I go. Cool, Rob, good work. No problem. No problem. This is what we do. Kitchi, my ears are popping. My third eye, ears and forehead is throbbing like crazy. That's because they starting to activate. It hurts at first, but after a while it'll settle down and you'll be good. What's up, little light? Okay, you said you had a few comments above. Let me see here. Oh, I answered that, I guess. I don't see anything else you wrote. I seen them few I passed by. Thank you, Terry. But I'm getting on up out of here, y'all. So peace.